Good morning everyone. Let's begin the second chapter of geography, globe, latitudes and longitude. You might have seen the globe. What is globe? In the previous chapter we have already read about our planet Earth is not a sphere. It's not sphere shape. What is the sphere shape? In mathematics you are always studying that a sphere, it's a round shape. Okay, sphere is a round shape or circular or circle. Now we can see here globe or is the model of the earth. So earth, how does it look like? It is not exactly round figure, but it has some different shape like an orange. When you take the orange, we know that it is flattened at the north and south pole. Where is the north and south pole? When we are getting, it's not completely round figure, north part and south part. These are the poles. These two regions, it is these two end points. We can find that the earth is little flat, not the round shape. Now, but at these two sides, we can find the right and left sides, it is also a little bulging out. Okay, in the middle, we can find it bulges out, it extends outside. Now, how does it look like? You can look at the globe very carefully in the classroom for getting an idea how the globe looks like, the same way the earth is also. Globe is a true model or the miniature form of the earth. That means the small form of the earth, how much big we know, as much big the model we cannot make. So that the small model of the earth is called the globe. So globes, there are very different sizes also. Some are very large in size, some are very small type also. Okay, which we cannot carry very bigger globes, but some globes smaller, if it is we can carry it. Also there are pocket globes that we can carry in our pocket also. Globe like balloons are also there, and when we can air is inflated and it can be expanded, and after that we can blow out the air and we can carry anywhere. So that very easy to carry such kind of globe balloons or balloon globes that can be carried, but the large globes we cannot carry everywhere. But some time we make the locations or the places which are marked on the chart also, which we often call as maps, that can be carried folded, or we can roll it up and carry anywhere. But the globe, if it is very big, we cannot carry. Smaller globes are handy, or globe like balloons also are possible to carry also. Globe is not fixed anywhere. We know that the earth also is not fixed anywhere. Earth is also moving around. Okay, it's revolving around the sun. Globe is not fixed, it can be rotated. Now, when your globe, for example, I will show you the globe. This almost you have seen. Now, this is also same look like the earth only. Its top part is little. You can find the top and bottom. These are the two poles, North Pole and South Pole. We call these 2 points are the poles, North Pole and South Pole. These are little flattened, and the outside or this middle part is bulging out or extending or expanding outside. So we can find this we have fixed somewhere. Okay, and this is fixed. The globe is fixed on a. You can see its middle part. Through the center we have made a line is passing through. It is fixed here, but globe is actually, it is not fixed. It can be rotated at the same way as the top spin or the potter's wheel is rotated, like a potter's wheel or a top which spins around. This also we can move around. Actually, the earth also moves around like this. So on the globe there are countries, continents. You can see here oceans are small, shown in the correct size here. Okay, according to its exact size, it is shown on the globe. Okay, so there are many countries marked with the blue color which are shown here. Everywhere you can find largely blue color, that is ocean or water. About 29% of the part of the earth is covered with land. Okay, only 29. You can find only few areas with land and other regions all looking like a blue color, that is all completely water only, oceans. Now we cannot find out any or locate any place or describe any place of any point on a sphere like the earth here. Where is America, or where is India, or where is Allahabad, or where is Mumbai located? It's not easy to find out if there are no such kind of lines are marked here. Some imaginary lines are there. So that is our lines which are marked out. With the help of globe or map, we can easily find out the location of a place. You can notice that a needle like something, or you can find a stick like something which is from in the middle, okay, where the globe is fixed. Okay, so this needle like something or line which is passing to in the middle of the earth, through the center of the earth. Okay, so here we need such certain points for the references in the earth also. Okay, so which we call this point from north to south pole. Exactly in the north pole to south pole, a line is passing or connected, which we often call as axis. So this is the axis which is passing through the center or the middle of the earth, in the middle of the earth. Actually there is no such axis existing. Earth is little, we know that it is not exactly straight. Okay, little slantingly it is rotating. Okay, earth rotates a little slantingly. So axis is the line which is passing through the middle of the earth. The 2 points on the globe through which the needle passes are the North Pole and the South Pole. Okay, so this is the North Pole and South Pole. It can be moved around this needle from west to east. Why the earth is moving from west to east, from west direction towards the east direction? Because earth moves from west to east direction. That's why east direction always get the sunlight in the morning first. First sunlight is received by the east direction only. In the Pacific Ocean we know that first the day begins in the eastern direction. When you get up also you can find the from east sunrises. We often say sunrise in the east also. So globe can be moved around through this this needle. Okay, so there is a major difference. We can find out the real earth has no such lines or needle. There is no needle existing inside the earth. Okay, this is an imaginary line only. This is an imaginary line. Really it does not occur in the earth. Okay, so it moves around its axis. Earth moves around its axis as it is an imaginary line. Another line we can find out here. All over the earth there are many lines passing horizontal, and some are passing vertical also. Vertical and horizontal lines are also marked here on the globe and even on the map also. But these are also imaginary lines only. They do not actually exist on the earth's surface. Okay, these are all marked by the geologists because they want to be, it is easy to find out the location of a place. For that purpose we have marked the imaginary lines here. Now another important line we can find at the center of the earth, and very important line because this is we can find the bulging out, the exactly center part of the earth bulging out, and here there is a line horizontally passing that we call as equator. So equator divides the earth into equal two halves. Equal parts, the exactly center of the earth equator is passing, so it is dividing the earth into equal two parts. So the line which is known as equator and the northern half of the earth. So the northern part, we know that this is the equator, we say equator, and this part is north lying to the north of it, the earth, and this is south of the earth. Okay, so the regions which are lying north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere. This is called the northern hemisphere and the southern part south of the equator or below the equator is called southern hemisphere. So equator divides the earth into two equal halves as northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay, so these are the two halves. They are both equal halves. Okay, both we can find out both are equal in size, north and south. The equator is an also imaginary line only. Very important reference point to locate places on the earth. We can find that based on the equator we say that our country India is lying at the northern part of the northern hemisphere. We can find above the equator, that means India lies in the northern hemisphere. You can see Australia lies in the southern hemisphere because it is south of the equator. Okay, so there are many other lines also, not only the equator, there are many other lines from equator to the south pole parallel to the equator. They are also parallel to the equator. Now we can find that northern hemisphere also many lines are marked parallel to the equator up to the north pole. So these circles or these lines along with the parallel to the equator and up to the poles, they are called, these lines are called parallels of latitudes. Okay, important line we can find in the center of the earth, and other lines which are also we call parallels of latitudes. There are many other lines are there. These lines are all called parallels of latitudes. So we will study how many are there in the coming class only about this, more how many lines are there, how many parallels of latitudes are there. Okay, so these latitudes are also measured in degrees. We say 1 degree, 2 degree, 5 degree. This is equator, we often say 0 degree latitude. Equator is 0 degree latitude. Other latitudes are also called the parallels of latitudes. All these latitudes are measured in degrees. Now we will study more about equator in the next class. Thank you.